On behalf of Mr. Pradeep Chopra, Chairman of iLead, the management, faculty and students, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Sugata Mitro and his team for taking time out to be with us this morning. We're extremely privileged that you are here, sir, in the campus. I would also like to welcome school principals, staff representatives, friends from NGOs serving the cause of education for children and guests. Welcome to iLead. I know that Dr. Mitro's talk will steer us away from the legacy of empire schools, a phrase that I have borrowed from one of his TED Talks, to schools of tomorrow without boundaries and for everyone. And I think the education for everyone is the key word, and that's what we're looking forward to this morning. Please, sir, do give us your thoughts on education for the future. I invite Dr. Mitro to the podium.
So the experiment consisted of simply presenting to children, street children, a computer connected to the internet. So when you do that, naturally the children will come up there if you keep it in the right place and at the right height. Then you get children coming there. And the assumption was that they'll not be able to do anything because, the learner needs to be taught. But that got disproved. It took about 8 hours to disprove that one. So by the end of 8 hours, the children started browsing. So then came the second objection, which is, so what? I mean, they've just accidentally learned how to point and click. They don't know the language, so they're not able to figure out anything. So I said, well, let's wait and let's see. If what you're saying is right, then by 3 or 4 days' time, it will be empty. There will be no children there. They'll say, we've understood that there's nothing to understand here. We can't figure out anything. But that didn't happen. In 3 or 4 days' time, the children started to draw pictures. They found a paint program, which comes standard package. They started drawing pictures. Why do they draw pictures? Because these were children, which I realized later, they didn't have access to paper and pens. I mean, they had maybe one, but their mothers would say, don't use up the pen, I have to go to the market and buy another one. Don't use up so much paper. But here was this infinite source of paper and pen. So I still remember one of the children talking to another, which I overheard over there. This fellow was using the eraser tool to rub out something. And this other fellow was saying, I think everybody understands Hindi here, right? So the other fellow was saying, इतना ज़्यादा use मत कर eraser को खत्म हो जाएगा. And this fellow was saying, नहीं ये वाला खत्म नहीं होता है. So they had figured out that this was an infinite eraser and that was infinite. Many audiences, I'm sure in this one, you'd find that word anything a little difficult to digest. What do you mean by anything? But if you read the history of those experiments, they get harder and harder and harder and harder. So I haven't reached the limit. Maybe there is something that doesn't work that way. But I haven't found it yet. Not in 15 years. So I have no choice but to say they can learn anything by themselves. But you need 2 things for that. Of course, you need the computer, the internet access. You need also public visibility, and you need groups. One child left alone in the internet can go off somewhere which is not right. Many children don't. So that was, to me, my greatest learning, that it isn't 1:1. It's 1:many.